Golden sun upon the sea.
Golden sun is over me.
Ukulele melody.
Drifting on a gentle breeze.
Let the worries fall away.
On this slow and peaceful day.
Are you guys out there? I'm back again. Uncle Sully. How's everything going? We're going to switch gears a little bit today. It's not about, well, it's about food. It's about Hawaiian foods. Hawaiian foods you should try if you come to Hawaii. And to be honest with you, after doing some of these, I've lived here for 24 years. And some of these I haven't tried. I have to admit. But a lot of them are delicious, and I will stop in the middle and we'll talk about it. Don't eat some of these to excess because they are rich but delicious. Anyway, we're going to get into these. And let's see if I can get this recording to work. It keeps locking up on me. Technology, baby. Telling you. Let's flip over to the new doohickey, see if this works. Oh, look at that. That's my living room. I just had it redone. Do you like the way I had it done? Put a couch right over here on the left. Anyway, this will just, right after my little thing here, we will get right to the explainer video. Now I made them and I told them to make it into an explainer video. And at the beginning it says, welcome to this explainer video, which is not exactly what I had in mind. But anyway, here we go.
Welcome to this explainer. So if you're planning a trip to Hawaii, or let's be honest, even just daydreaming about one, you are in for an absolute treat today. We're taking a culinary journey straight through Hawaii's history, and we're gonna taste exactly how the island's incredibly unique multicultural identity was built. We're gonna cover 10 absolute must-try foods, looking at exactly how they're made and the totally fascinating history behind every single bite. Now, while the beaches are obviously stunning, the absolute best way to really understand Hawaii, its resilience, its history, and that incredible blending of cultures is actually through its food. When you look closely at what's sitting on a local plate lunch, you aren't just seeing ingredients, you know? You're seeing waves of Polynesian navigators, European explorers, and immigrant plantation workers from all over the world, all coming together on one plate. So here's our tasting menu for today. We're grouping 10 iconic foods into 5 thematic courses. The indigenous island staples, fresh from the ocean, ranchers and luau, the multicultural melting pot, and finally, a sweet...
I love AI. It's supposed to be luau, and it's luau. Luau. Anyway, what do you want? It's free.
All right. Course 1, the indigenous island staples. We have to start with the foundational foods that sustained native Hawaiians for centuries before anyone else even arrived, and that relies heavily on one incredible plant, kalo, or taro. Brought to the islands by Polynesian navigators around 1100 AD, there is a deep spiritual respect for the land here, which is exactly why the kalo plant is the absolute centerpiece of the indigenous Hawaiian diet. It's not just a crop, it's literally considered family, and every part of the plant is used to make our first 2 must-try dishes. Which brings us to our first must-try dish, poi. Now, poi was the ultimate daily survival food. To make it, you take the root of the taro plant, steam or bake it, and then meticulously pound it while adding water until it...
You should try it if you come here, but to be honest with you, it's not the most flavorful thing in the world. It's not bad. It's like, it kind of looks purple and you're thinking, ooh, it's going to be like tasty and it's going to be, you know, fruity flavored or something. It's really not. But you should try it. You have to try it if you come here, just period. You have to try it.
Pudding-like consistency. It's lightly fermented, which gives it a slightly sour flavor. And you know what? That unique tang makes it the absolute perfect carbohydrate to balance out the salty meats we'll be talking about later. Next up is lau. So Hawaiians ingeniously took those nutritious spinach-like leaves.
Okay, we're going to do it. It's lau. Not lau.
Called luau leaves, and used them to tightly wrap fatty pork and fish. They encase all of that in a protective, non-edible outer tea leaf and traditionally steam it underground for hours. The result? Oh man, the meat breaks down into melt in your mouth perfection, and the inner taro leaves become incredibly soft and flavorful. Moving right along to course 2.
You know, to be honest with you, I think I could go to a regular store here and get poi, but I don't know about lalao. I guess I probably could. I guess I never asked for it. So my bird's flying around my house, so he might fly over here. But I think you can go to a regular food land and ask for it, and I think they probably have it. Let's see what's next on the list.
You really can't talk about Hawaii's ocean bounty without talking about poke. It's essentially the Hawaiian version of sashimi, and it beautifully shows the evolution of the islands. Pre-contact native Hawaiians made it by chopping freshly caught reef fish and seasoning it with sea salt, a seaweed called limu, and roasted kuki nuts. But then, look at the plantation era.
Really, really good. Very good staple. Oh, and there's my bird. Come on, you gonna come? Come on, did you bring some lau lau? Did you bring lau lau? He can come and sit with us, I guess. Can you see him? He's a little here. He's tiny. Yeah, he wants some lau lau, I think is the problem. So he'll lying with us.
Japan, China, and Korea brought their own Asian.
Oh, where I was going was poke is great. If you can try, if you like raw fish, it's like raw fish, a little bit of sesame, like sesame oil. And fish, there's a whole lot of different varieties, but just the regular plain stuff. Some of it has like soy sauce. And it's really delicious. So give it a try. There's a few different types too. You can get like mussel. You can get some with salmon. There's a whole lot of different flavors. You should really try it if you like raw fish. If you don't like raw fish, then... But anyway, let's move on.
They added shoyu, which is soy sauce, sesame oil, sweet Maui onions, and started using deep-sea ahi tuna. It's just a perfect fusion of ancient practice and immigrant influence. Another beloved oceanic dish is lomi salmon, or lomi lomi salmon. Now,
you really have to make sure this is fresh because it's mixed with like tomatoes, as you can see from the picture. It's mixed with like tomatoes and fish, and the two of them don't like to sit together for very long. It gets kind of like icky, but really a place called, I live in Maui, but there's a grocery store called Foodland, and they're really good at it, very consistent. I've had hit and miss in a couple of other places, or if there's like a local place. Like if you come here, go to the concierge, ask them, hey, if you were going to buy some poke, or go buy some lau lau, or go buy some poi, where would you go? So that's a good way to know, right? Anyway, let's move on.
it isn't actually native to Hawaii's warm waters. Early Pacific sailors introduced it. The locals took that raw salmon, salt cured it, and hand massaged it, which is actually what lomi means, with diced tomatoes and onions. This salty, acidic, kind of salsa-like dish became a massive hit, mostly because it pairs so flawlessly with a bowl of poi to cut right through the richness. Okay, on to course 3, ranchers and the luau. Here we explore the smoky flavors of the lau, where the undisputed star is, of course, kalua pork. The word kalua literally means to cook in an underground oven, or imu. You generously rub a whole pig, or pork shoulder, with red Hawaiian sea salt, wrap it up tightly in banana leaves to lock in all that steam, and bury it over heated lava rocks. It slow cooks for hours, completely breaking down the meat's collagen to this amazing fall-apart tenderness, while infusing it with a rich, smoky flavor. Seriously, no barbecue sauce needed. Then we have pipikauala. And while this dish is born from a wild, cross-cultural journey involving the surprisingly rich history of Hawaiian cowboys. Get this, in 1793, British explorer George Vancouver gifted cattle to King Kamehameha I. By the 1830s, the herds had grown so massive that Mexican cowboys, called paniolos locally, were brought in to manage them. These paniolos needed a snack while out riding, so they sun-dried strips of beef. Throw in some Asian soy sauce marinades from the plantation workers, and boom, you get pipikauala, a delicious Hawaiian dried beef rope that's usually pan-fried to a crisp right before serving. Which leads us perfectly into course 4, the multicultural melting pot. Diving into the mid-20th century, we find everyday local comfort foods that really synthesize Hawaii's working class.
This is delicious, a cholesterol bomb, but delicious. It's basic. It's kind of like a Salisbury steak on steroids. A Salisbury steak with an egg on top, and on rice. But it's really good. Don't eat too many of them, though.
And a standout here is the legendary Loco Moco. Invented in 1949 at the Lincoln Grill in Hilo, it was created as a cheap, filling snack for teenagers on a budget. You take a hearty base of Asian steamed white rice, top it with a Western hamburger patty and a fried egg, and then smother the whole shebang in rich, savory brown gravy. The Loco Moco perfectly stacks these diverse cultural staples into one iconic, deeply comforting meal. Now, Spam in Hawaii is truly a symbol of resilience, creativity, and community. It arrived as a World War II military ration, just a shelf-stable protein for soldiers stationed in the Pacific. But with a severe lack of fresh meat on the islands at the time, locals eagerly embraced it, showing some incredible culinary creativity. And this sheer ingenuity gave birth to Spam musubi. By merging those American military rations with the Japanese tradition of onigiri, rice balls, this portable snack became an absolute cultural icon of Hawaiian resourcefulness.
And these are really good. They're great to bring to the beach because they're little tiny squares. They usually wrap them in cellophane. You can get them just about anywhere. You can get them in almost any gas station, local gas station that has food and stuff, which most of them do nowadays. Or you can get them at a place called Foodland. That's kind of the grocery store here. I think there's Foodlands on the mainland too, but a little bit more local here. The Foodlands here have got some local stuff in it. Times Market also is another one, or the local place. And again, if you come here and stay at a resort, ask the concierge and just say, hey, I want to go get some good snacks. Where would you go? And he'll tell you where to go. Because some places, like anything else, buying gas station hot dogs can be questionable. And it's the same with the musubi too. So anyway, let's get back to it.
A slice of Spam, glaze it with soy sauce and sugar, place it on a block of short grain rice, and wrap it all together with a strip of nori seaweed. It is, without a doubt, the ultimate grab-and-go island snack. And finally, course 5, a sweet island finish. Let's satisfy our sweet tooth with 2 iconic traditional desserts, haupia and kulolo. Historically, these treats didn't rely on refined white sugar, but rather the natural sweetness of coconut and slow-steamed taro. Haupia is a dairy-free coconut pudding traditionally thickened with arrowroot. It sets into firm squares and serves as this cool, silky palate cleanser after a heavy, smoky luau meal. Kulolo, on the other hand, is entirely different. It's made by grating raw taro root and mixing it with coconut milk. It's incredibly dense and fudgy, getting its deep, dark caramel flavor from up to 24 hours of steaming in an underground imu. But what's really fascinating is how these ancient dessert traditions continue to evolve today. Take the famous Sweet Lady of Waihali dessert. It's a modern legend that takes a steaming hot, chewy slice of that 24-hour steamed kulo and tops it with a cold, generous scoop of haupia ice cream. The cold coconut ice cream melts straight into the hot taro fibers for an absolutely decadent finish that bridges the ancient rite with the modern. I really hope this explainer leaves you incredibly hungry to explore the rich, edible history of Hawaii. We've covered a lot today. Poi, laulau, poke, lomi salmon, kalua pork, pipakula, loco moco, Spam musubi, haupia, and kulolo. Remember, the next time you visit the island, don't just look at the scenery, taste the story, because understanding the culture truly begins with your very first bite.
Okay, they mispronounced a few of those things. It's pokey, not poke. And there are a couple of there that's funny how they mispronounced the old AI will do its own thing. So anyway, I hope that was informative. That's had some really good information in it. There's another food that it missed. It isn't necessarily Hawaiian, I don't think. It's like soup. It's kind of like Vietnamese call it pho, but here they call it sai min, and it's very Hawaiian. Very, Pacific Islander, if that's the way they put it. But it's really good. You should try that. I'm not positive how much you can get salmon anywhere else, but it's kind of like a thing here. If you go to local restaurants, they have it. So anyway, I hope that was good information. Anyway, signing off, Uncle Sully. I got more for you. They're going to keep coming, whether you like it or not. Aloha.
Golden sun upon the sea.
Golden sun is over me.
You ukulele